In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use a Flutter package sliding up panel. This is the simple app we're going to build today, where we have our usual body and then we have this panel here, and when we drag it up, as you can see here, it snaps to this position. The background gets darkened a bit and you can have your custom widgets also within the panel here. Let's get started. As mentioned, we're going to use the Flutter package sliding up panel. Just press on here to copy it to your clipboard. Then in your pubspec.yaml file, underneath your dependencies, just paste it in here and run pubget. That's all we need to do for the setup. Now concerning the layout, I simply built a very simple Flutter app where we have a scaffold. The scaffold has an app bar and then a body. In case of the body, we already used the widget sliding up panel. First, of course, import the sliding up panel Flutter package into your Flutter file, and then you can use this sliding up panel widget. And then the body of this, so the content behind the panel, is defined with the body parameter within the sliding up panel. And in this case, it's simply a center text. And then for our panel, we can simply use the parameter called panel. Now the panel widget itself, I put it into a container so that we can have these rounded borders here. You don't have to do that, of course, but if you want to do that, first make sure that the sliding up panel, the color is colors.transparent. Then give the container a decoration. In this case, I gave it the background color here, red, as you can see here. And then for the border radius, you can use simply within the decoration border radius, top left and top right. So in this case, it's 24 pixels. And then for the content of this panel, I simply used a column here. First, this bar indicator. For this, I simply wrote a custom stateless widget, which is simply a container with a width of 40 and a height of 3, and then a grayish color, rounded corners. Then wrap this with padding so that we have padding up here and padding down here. And then below that in the column, simply another text, as you can see here. Now, when you slide this, you can see the background slowly goes back to normal white or darkens. For this, you simply define the backdrop enabled to true. You can also change the color of this darkening by simply defining the backdrop color or opacity. Or you can also define the boolean here, backdrop tab closes panel. If this is set to true, if you press here on the backdrop, it will close the panel, as you can see here. You can also set this to false, so that when the user presses here, nothing happens. Another thing you can also define is the collapse parameter. So this is basically the widgets here whenever this is collapsed. Now notice when I pull this up, it's gonna slowly fade into the other widget that is our panel. So again, as you can see here, it slowly fades away. So this is the collapse widget, and when we open it up, this is our usual sliding widget. If you go to the pub.dev website, you can see a lot of other parameters you can define. So if you want to play around, just go ahead. I hope you liked this tutorial. Please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below in the comments, and thank you for watching.